This is Have You Stretched Today? Flexology 10-day challenge. And please make sure that you are warmed up before you start these drills. Make sure that you are warm. Okay, let's get it. Starting with the hip hinge, just going back and forth. And please note I'm doing this on both sides, but for the purpose of this video, I'm only going to show one side. And doing some circles as well, making sure I circle in both directions. And when we're ready, we're going to go into a lunge. You want to make sure that your knee is not over your foot. And in this lunge, we're going to sit up straight and shoot our hands down into the ground, just holding it. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. This is a static drill. Hold and breathe. Now I'm going to sit my butt back and stretch out my hamstring, and I'm going to point my toe as I do this. You do not have to lay all the way down, which means bring my head to my knees. This height level, you can stay there, or if you have a little bit more flexibility, you can come down to the knee. But once again, going up high is fine, and we're going to move the foot right to left, right to left, right to left. Breathe. And once again, you can stay up higher, moving that foot right to left. Now we're going to shift back into a low lunge, and I'm going to show modifications in 3, 2, 1. So you see I have my block now, and I'm going to turn around and show you on the opposite side. So all you're going to do is take your block, you're going to put your elbows onto the block if you cannot go low down onto the floor, because once again, it's not about how low you can go, it's about the mechanics and the drills. And you're going to hold this and breathe. Hold and breathe. And remember, we are doing this on both sides. So now I'm going to sit up, and I'm going to shoot my same arm, same leg through. And if this is all you have, just keep it there. But if you have a little bit more flexibility in the arms, you're going to wrap it around your back. That's level 2. And then if you have extra flexibility, we're going to take the opposite arm and we're going to hold the hands. So once again, you can keep the hands out right where it's at. 2, right there, or 3, hold it. We're holding. Okay, so we're going to sit in a pancake. And for those of you who are tapped in from day 1, day 2, you've seen this drill, the pancake. I'm going to sit with my legs as far apart as I can, lift my butt from under me, and I'm just rocking my hips, rocking my hips, rocking my hips. And I'm going to turn to the side, because what I want for us to do is kind of like move your body like a snake. And once again, if it's here, that is perfectly fine. Snake. But if you feel like you're bugging, just walk your hands, rock, walk, rock, back, rock. Okay? I'm going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as you see, I'm going back up, coming back down, doing that a few times, and then sitting in the drill to hold it. So it goes from being a static drill to active. And point, and flex, and point, flex, point, flex, and point. And just like we did the other time, you're going to walk to whatever side you want. And if this is all you have, this is all you have. But if you can come down, come down. And then we're going to stay low and switch sides. And you're going to hold that for 45 to 1 minute on each side. Then coming back in the middle and going as low as you can. But once again, if you were here, I need you to try to walk your fingers out, even if it's just a smidge, and hold for 45 to 1 minute, 3 times minimum. So now my feet are close together. And I'm going to come up and over, and I'll show you what that looks like from the side. I'm going to come up and over. So it's not hands, it's pelvis, just like we did on forward fold. If you was here for forward fold, this would be easy, not throwing shade. And we're going to come down and we're going to hold for, let's hear it, 45 seconds to 1 minute. Yes. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Now, once again, if you cannot get flush down to the leg, holding it up here is fine. If your leg is up here, that is fine too. But a tip, you can take your hand, not put it on the knee, put it on the inside and push down. But what happens is it's going to be tight. So if you have to stay up here because you're working this, that's fine too. Okay? So now we're going to go back to the opposite side after doing it 3 times minimum on each side. Once you're done with that, I'm going to grab your foot, and you see how I bent it? I'll turn to the side for you. I'm going to grab my foot, pick it up, and I'm going to send it back. I'm going to turn to the back. It's not out here. My leg is not flushed onto my elbow, but it's close to my elbow. It's not here, it's here, okay? And I'm going to pull out, pull back, out and back, out and back. And I want you to do that 10 times. And on the 10th, I'm gonna hold for 5 seconds. Then, of course, switch to the opposite side, pick up the leg, shift, shift, 10 times. That's 3, 4. So now you're gonna sit with both of your feet together, pointed toe, and now we're gonna lift our arms, and you are going to reach forward, and wherever you stop and you can't go anymore, you're gonna place your arms down. And if you can go further, you're going to drop to the elbow. And if you can go further, you're going to slide your feet out and make sure that your chest is flush down. And if it's tight, this is the trick that I have. You're going to move your knees up and down, up and down. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to inhale. And when you exhale, you'll be able to push your chest further down onto your knees, which allows you to reach forward to get deeper in that forward fold. So that flat back that we're all looking for in a forward fold, that's the trick that I have. And you can keep moving your knees up and down and reaching, and you're going to flex and point. So now we're going to get in frog position, because these are middle splits. So open your legs, knees are going down, foot is going to go behind you. And I will be sideways for this pose so you can see. Knees down, foot is flat, turned down. So not here, turns on its side. And I'm gonna, if you're up here, that's fine. Just move back and forth, back and forth. You can come down to your elbows, that's fine, back and forth. You can lay your chest down, back and forth. Regardless of what level you're at, you're moving back and forth. And then I'm going to stop in the center, not back, not too forward, but in alignment with my hips. And I am going to isolate my glutes, which I know you think, oh, Juice is twerking on her Flexology challenge. And is, but it's to loosen up the hips And if your hips open and you start to sink, let it happen. And we're holding this for a minute, not 45 seconds. And how you come out of it is you're gonna slide forward and just hold. And pretend we waited, and we're gonna go right back into it. And the purpose of going into it multiple times is that each time you sink a little deeper. Moving forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, pushing cat, cow, with the hips, cat, cow, holding a line of center, holding it, in the glute. "45 seconds? Nope. 1 minute. So now you're gonna come down to your mat, and I'll show you what that looks like from this view. I'm sliding my leg out in alignment with my hip, and I'm sitting back. I'm not sitting on my foot. I'm sitting back. So from the side, I'm in alignment with my hip. My foot is pointed. And it doesn't matter what leg you start with. So right now, my knee is towards the ceiling, foot is pointed. I'm gonna rotate. Now my knee is forward. So you can stay up here, or you can come down to your elbow. And all I'm doing is rotating. I'm not rocking back and forth. I am sitting and I'm rotating my hip flexor from up to forward, up to forward, up to forward, up, forward. I'm going to bend at the knee, switch, shoot my other leg out, same thing, forward, up, forward, up. So now let's say you're doing this in your leg juice and rotation's not there. That's going to come with time. Modification for this one is the arms. It's not really for the legs. All I can say is don't try to force it. If you have this and when you rotate, you need to lift up to bring it forward to rotate it, that's fine too. But in order to push yourself, you might have to rotate slightly, not where you're pulling, not where you're hurting yourself, anything like that. Once you're warm, your body does a lot of fascinating things. And you're going to do this rotation 10 times. 10 is front, up, front, up. Front up is 1, front up is 2, front up is 3. So I'm going to turn all directions, but you're going to lay on your back and you are going to open your hips. My hands are going to go around the front of my feet. And I'm going to open up my hips. Just holding. And I'm going to bounce it a little bit like a little chicken wing and hold. So now I'm going to take my hands, put them on the outside of my feet, and press my feet down into my knees down into the floor, down. We did this drill, but we were just sitting up. All right, I'm going to open. And then if this is all you have, hold here. Bring the back of the heels. And not force, but open. Once again, hands are going to come to the inside. You are going to sit in any of those, and you're going to open the leg, open, open. And then hands go on the inside of the feet. And let's push knees towards the mat. And then open. Gonna do our middle splits. As you see, I moved the mat, and I have a carpet and socks, so it makes it much easier to slide. For some people, that might be too much, too fast, too soon. My hips, ow. So I'm gonna come, put my hands down on the floor, and I'll turn to the side. I'm going to turn my foot the same way our feet was when we did our rotating drill. So my feet is not forward, they're coming to the side. I'm gonna slide down. And you see how when I slid down, I push my butt back to come in alignment? Now, if this is all you have, hold. Hold. No blocks. You need this weight. And if this is all you have, sit back. You're on your way to your middles. I'm going to look at that picture and I'm going to insert how high I was for my middle splits. You will see. Does not matter how high you are, you will get there, especially with a persistent routine. So do not feel no way as if you, when you do your splits, you just have this. Oh well. Shift back, hold it again. If you can go a little deeper, I'm going to split, and I'm going to shift back, and I'm going to hold. And if this is all you have, hold, sit back, boom, middle split. Now I'm gonna go all the way down. Open, rotate, ooh, down, middle, split. I'll turn to the side so you can see it. Rotate, butt back. Middle. If you go, okay, I'm gonna drop it to my middle split, easy peasy. Then we don't descend into it. What we're gonna do is, I'm gonna sit, and I'm gonna push my hands up, up. Testing. Sit up. Middle splits. One more time. And once again, once you practice your middle splits, especially the hip drills, you'll be able to do a swimmer, which is what you just seen. But I'll do it again. But you'll be able to push back and forth and back and forth. Thank you for joining me today. One step closer to your flexibility journey. Juice.